Hey, this is Mark at the Jim and Dan Comic Collectible Show. I'm here with Tim Fuller. He's the sole creator of Sham Comics. These are cool comics. We have these comics where he's taken the public domain books and added new dialogue to it, and he's got some original stuff. Tell us, how did you get started doing these books?
Well, the Sham Comics was just a fluke. I was researching public domain materials, film materials, and like that, and discovered thousands and thousands of comics that no one essentially owns. They're just free to use as you want. And I had just got the idea that they would make great satire. And so I would take them, try and get a hold of original copies when I could afford them, make high-resolution scans of them and erase all the text in Photoshop and then just start over. Most of the time I don't even read the original issues because I don't want to know what the original intent was. I want to start fresh and just be inspired by the pictures.
Almost like redubbing a movie.
It's very much like Mystery Science Theater 3000. I call it riffing comics.
The riff tracks.
Yes, exactly.
Tell us a little bit about your original books over here.
Well, on this side of the table, I have to keep them separate because they're kind of, very different. I have Zombie Marge, which was a web comic that I did in the early 2000s, loosely based on the idea of what would happen if Marge Schott, former owner of the Cincinnati Reds, came back as a zombie. It was a lot of fun. Captain Catnip is my only all-ages comic. It's very child-friendly. It was a character that I had created in the 70s for Charlton Comics. They published it and then immediately went out of business. So it just sat in my flat file for years and years and years, and I would try every once in a while to reboot it. But I don't write the G-rated stuff as well as I write, the more adult-oriented stuff. And I happened to mention this to Craig Boldman from Archie Comics at one of these shows, and he said, "Would you let me take a crack at it?" And a couple of weeks later, he sends me this script, and it's absolutely perfect. And so we've paired up since then. He writes the stories, and I illustrate them and color them and letter them, etc.
Very creative stuff.